Okay, let's have a look at this question then. This is the holding company Traveller, and this is Data, the subsidiary. Just giving you the equity table there. So we're going to get on straight away with the equity table. So here we go then. Data's equity table. Remember, we've got year-end column, acquisition column, post-acquisition, and whatever goes in to their equity goes in here. So we've got share capital, retained earnings, and other. Share capital, retained earnings, and other. So the year-end figures are 600, 442, and 37. You presume the 600 was the same even at acquisition. Then you go hunting. And so note 1 says, if you have a quick look, it says the retained earnings of Data were 299. Super. And other were 26. So I can do that one there. That's 11. And that must be what? 143, I think. So far, so good. Now we just need to go and make sure that we bring it in at fair values, because all of those are book values. And it says the fair value somewhere, I'm hoping, the fair value of the identifiable net assets was 935. So I'm going to get my calculator out, and I'm going to put into it 935 minus the 600 minus the 299 minus the 26. I get that to be 10. I now need to know what's caused that 10. And it says the excess in the fair value over the book value is due to non-depreciable land. Way hey, no depreciation, 10. And then you go add 10 on to Data's PPE. Okay, that seems to be that then. Add those two down and you get 154. So far, so good. And let's add these down. 600 plus 442 plus 37 plus 10 gives me 1,089. Which looks like it's 935 plus 154. So far, so good then. We would then go on and do our goodwill working. So the fair value of what we pay. NCI, it's the full goodwill method. So it's the fair value of NCI. And then it's the fair value of net assets acquired. Okay, so the fair value of net assets acquired I know is 935. Fair value of NCI then, he must tell me. Here we go, the fair value of NCI was 395, and then the consideration does he tell me here? 600 million. So 600. So 995 minus 935 gives me goodwill of 60, no mention of any impairment. So that's that. And now I can deal with this, acquiring a further 20%. Now, when we acquire a further 20%, we acquire it from the NCI, don't we? So we need to work out what the NCI is first at the year end. So at acquisition, that's this figure here, 395. And then plus post acquisition. So how much did we acquire? 60%. So NCI wants 40%. So it'd be 40% of the post acquisition 154. So let's just pop that in. Get my calculator going. So 154 times by 40%, I get to be 61.6. No impairment, so plus 395 was 456.6. Now that represented 40%. So I'm going to divide it by 40. I'm going to want to know what it's going to be now. We acquired a further 20%. Okay, so NCI will just be 20% left. And so therefore we will have to reduce NCI by 228.3 to leave us with that 228.3. So that's what my NCI would be. Now let's deal with this further addition, and I'll deal with it here, the further addition. And all you have to think to yourself is, right, how much did I pay? Okay, and it said I paid 220. And then NCI fell by 228.3. So I have gained 228.3 from the NCI. I've paid 220. So I got myself a little bit of a bargain there, an 8.3 gain that will go to other reserves. That's how you do it, folks.